Aries, it's Joe. Let's talk April 2021. Let's talk about your relationship, your love reading, your tarot reading regarding your relationship. Keep in mind, this isn't going to be everybody's story. It can't be. So if it's not your story, it's okay. Just let it go. But if it is, claim it. So Aries, I've been doing this about a year now on my channel. 1 year anniversary coming up in about a week or so, right before we get into April. And wow, I can't believe it. Almost 5,000 subscribers. I'm just absolutely shocked. But I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Checking out my channel, and for the subscribers, I could use the support. So, subscribe if you like this reading. Aries, so we're going to look at you, and we're going to look at your person. And if I decide to do an extended reading, I will post that on Patreon. The link will be in the description box below to my Patreon. So Aries, I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot for you. And I'm going to use the Crow Tarot for your person. Bottom of the deck for you, the Hierophant, Aries. And let's see, the Crow Tarot for your person. I already did a shuffle prior to doing this. I just try to save time so you don't get stuck staring at me shuffling for a long time. Okay, I like to try and get to the point as fast as possible. So you have the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and wow, look at that, Eight of Pentacles coming through with the Hierophant. Your person is the Nine of Pentacles here, so, and the High Priestess, the Hermit, Seven of Wands. You both have the Seven of Wands. So bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands, and you have the Knight of Swords in your reading. So Aries, I'm going to pull an astrology card real quick, and we'll get into this reading. See what that is. Pluto, transformation coming through for you. So Aries, what's going on in this relationship? I want to point out first that the Hierophant here, this is about a very solid, committed relationship. And you might be considering engagement, or you might be engaged to your person. You might be married. You could just be cohabitating. Whatever it is, there's something in your relationship that's shifting and changing. That astrology card, Pluto, transformation, to me, I kind of felt like there were some changes. It looked like, or fighting for some change, or trying to get one's kind of way in a situation. And I kind of felt like that, and I see this Pluto card with transformation here, and to me this is about a relationship that is committed, a solid commitment, but it doesn't mean that you have to be married. So keep that in mind. And your person's overall energy is the Knight of Wands. So I think that there might have been a period of time where your person was kind of like, I don't want to say purposefully, but kind of deliberately pulled back from you. And I think that you were trying to get through to them with this Knight of Swords. I think that you were trying to kind of break through some sort of barrier with your person. And, you were kind of, fighting for this a little bit. And I think that, you feel like you had a breakthrough. So, in April, it's like you are coming full circle through this cycle in your relationship. So right now, you know, you could be experiencing some of this right now. So like your relationship is kind of transforming a bit. I think that there might be a switch up in roles, and what I mean by that is like a switch up in roles, like you know, who does what. But I think your person might have been kind of withdrawn and pulled back, and I feel like you've been kind of fighting for this or trying to get through to them with the Seven of Wands. You know, it's like you were determined here, and I love the Deviant Moon Tarot. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the imagery, but I think that you were like really like you were kind of pushing through this, trying to kind of keep the relationship together a little bit. I think you felt like they were distant, or they were withdrawn or pulled back. And it's like you're in this for the long haul, and so is your person. I feel like this Hierophant is like says that this relationship is a long-term commitment, and you're in it for the long haul. But I feel like you might have been perplexed still as to why they've been withdrawn. But I think that you're going to kind of figure that out in April. I think that there's going to be like a mutual understanding coming out in April about what's going on with your person. They might just have been like really reluctant to talk about something that they're going through. So there might be something deeply personal, but you stood by them, the Ace of Cups. So this is you in April here, showing up in April, the Ace of Cups. It's like there is like, okay, getting back in April, getting back to the way things were. And so if you're going through this right now where there's this like shakeup in your relationship and your person has been withdrawn, you know, in April that's changing for sure. It's like it's going to be like I kind of feel like there's going to be a return to normal with that Ace of Cups and that Eight of Pentacles. So it's like all about the work going into the relationship. Like you're really determined to work on this and get through this kind of like rough patch in your relationship, Aries. And it's like there's this return to enjoyment and a return to some kind of meaningful companionship. You know, I think your person comes out of this, and I think that they actually kind of snap out of something. I don't know why they're being so quiet here. You know, it's like they had the Nine of Pentacles, so it's almost like the feeling like they had it all, but there was something missing. There's this feeling like there was this sadness and kind of like this kind of a bit feeling detached and lost, and I think it really troubled you. You know, the High Priestess and the Hermit, I think that they were really just in a different place, and I think that they had some internal thing going on emotionally. Your person might have been dealing with some depression, and it's just like something that they don't really speak about, but they might have had something else affecting them or the relationship that they found troubling. And it's like they were kind of like trying to find the answers to why they were feeling the way they were feeling. They weren't closing you out, they weren't shutting you out, and it's like they're gonna, like, they see you kind of like trying to push them along and nudge them along, and you've been doing that. And it's like they're going to get back out of this kind of this rut they've been in with the Seven of Wands. It's like they're getting back at it, and they're actually, your person's going to kind of like it's like their personality is kind of going to go back to the way you once knew them. You're going to see them back as their normal self. You know, and I don't call out zodiac signs when it comes to cards with you saying you may be dealing with this sign or that sign, because our charts are so diverse, and I think it's pointless to do that. And I'm not saying it's wrong, it's just not the way that I read tarot. I feel like it can limit a reading, so I don't like to put limitations on tarot readings. But you know, I just see this like this return to enjoyment. I think your person kind of comes out of this, and they realize they've kind of been a butthead. You know, I don't think they were feeling very open, and I think that their ability to communicate was kind of like there was just something inside them internally that was really just holding them up. But this Ace of Cups, you're offering them your support and your love, and you know, your emotional support, emotional stability. It's like when one's up and the other one's down, it kind of balances each other out, because we all have ups and downs. And again, this Knight of Wands here is like something that I think is absolutely important aspect of this reading, because you know they're very quiet with this High Priestess and this Hermit, and it's like probably something that you're seeing them go through right now, or this could be like a cycle in April. But I think really this is like kind of like this is cleaning up going into April, really is how I feel this is kind of transpiring. So there's this feeling of them being really quiet. It's like they're light dimmed. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is there, and then out of nowhere they're light dimmed. They became very quiet, withdrawn, and you know, it's like they might have even been just like very and I don't want to say like I don't want to use the word secretive, because that's not what it is. It's just like they weren't very open about how they felt. And I think that they just were maybe having like a mini dark night of the soul here. And so, you know, they're pulling out of this, the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands here. It's like they have the determination to keep this relationship going. And the Seven of Wands, it's like they're getting back to putting the work into the relationship. You know, they see the value that you put, the value you add to the relationship. And I think that they kind of start to open up to you and express some of the things they've been feeling. I'm going to actually move on to an extended reading and pull about, I don't know, 8 or 10 more tarot cards and explore this a little more and pull some oracle cards. So if that interests you, if this was your story, you'll know it. If it wasn't, it wasn't. But if you're interested, you could check the description box below for the link on Patreon to get all of my extended readings, Aries. Thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your day.